Okay. I need Shabbat. Shabbat in you?
Shabbat.
Okay, good. Give me some Shabbat.
We're singing Modi this morning. Yeah, we're singing.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat
Hi,
Shalom.
guys. There you go. Go have a seat. Perfect. Welcome. We are so glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. Go ahead, find a seat, make yourself at home. Find your cell phones, turn them off. There you go. Put them away. So that way we can truly be present and be in this wonderful moment of Shabbat as we get to celebrate Shabbat and celebrate as a young man is called to Torah as a bar mitzvah. How exciting. Number 2 from the class, right, Zach? Yay. All right. So we want to give you all just a moment to breathe and be calm and be in this place. And we're going to warm up our voices and so forth. So Cantor, please.
We join in this melody, which is known as a nigun. This is a melody that has no specific words, so we can focus on how the music makes us feel as we sing on the syllable yalalai, as we warm up our mind, body, spirit, and voice. So please join in as we sing with a smile.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya 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 la la la. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la.
Well, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, everyone. We are so happy to have everybody here as we celebrate Shabbat and celebrate as a young man becomes a bar mitzvah. Jules, we are so proud of you, and you haven't even done anything yet. But today, Jules is going to be leading us in our Shabbat worship this morning. So we're going to take a moment to kind of acquaint ourselves to our service and to everything that's going on, so that way we can all participate. This is not a performance. Jules is not performing for us. He is leading us together in our worship. So how many of you, this is your first time in a synagogue for Shabbat services? Nice, Jack. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so we have some people who this is, and some of you who are just like, I'm not going to say. Well, for those of you who this is your first time here, we want to welcome you. And we want to be able to make sure everybody can participate. So everybody's going to need a prayer book. Those of you in the front row, they're underneath your seats. Those of you in the pews, they're right in front of you. So grab your prayer books. Jules, you have yours. In fact, I'm going to borrow yours really quick, Jules, if I may. Thank you, my friend. So our prayer books, are we out of, here, we'll grab some more from the back over here. Here we go. So our prayer books, you'll notice they're a little bit different than, there you are. Perfect. You got one. There you are. So our prayer books are, they open in a different way, right? Gentlemen, what do you notice that's different about these books than other books? How do they open? Yeah, exactly. They're written in Hebrew, so they go the opposite way. Exactly. Is this the Tarbut friends over here? Nice. All right, perfect. TVT is in the house. Very cool. So the prayer books open the opposite way, because that's how we read Hebrew. We read it from right to left instead of from left to right. And you'll notice in the prayer books that if you don't know how to read Hebrew, that's okay. There's the Hebrew along with transliteration. So, because not everybody knows how to read Hebrew, but we want to make sure it's accessible to everybody. And so you'll notice that with the Hebrew, there's the English transliteration where you can follow along as well, along with the different translations of the prayers. Now, Jules' prayer book is different than yours in the sense that it is all Mishkan Tefillah, but his prayer book includes not only Shabbat, the Shabbat services, but also festival and weekday services. So he has the full version of Mishkan Tefillah, which means that his pagination, his page numbers are going to be different than ours. So if you look on the prayer books, the ones that you have, there are two sets of page numbers. There's pages in the black and pages in the blue. We're going to be calling out page numbers in the blue. That will correspond to Jules' prayer book, which also his prayer book is different in the sense that he doesn't have the transliteration. So, yeah, because he's been studying this for a long time. So he's totally got this all set. He's ready to go. It's good. You got it. It's fine. So here you go, Jules. Thank you. We also pray, of course, with our bodies. There will be times that we'll invite everybody to stand. And also we bow in humble reverence before God. And so we're a part of that whole rhythm of prayer as well. And we pray with what we wear. So we have the kippah, the yarmulke, that reminds us of God's presence all around us. And then finally we have the talit, which is the prayer shawl. We are commanded to wear tzitzit, fringes on the corners of our garments. And that tzitzit are, when we look upon them, are to remind us of the 613 commandments that are in the Torah. And that we are to study them and learn them and be able to ask, how do these 613 commandments that were given so many generations ago apply to our lives today? Well, when a young woman becomes a bat mitzvah, a daughter of the commandments, she is given her first talit. And so too, when a young man becomes a bar mitzvah, he receives his very first talit. So it is our honor to invite Jules, if you want to come up here, please, to be joined by your dad, so Andrew Gold, and Ira Barnett, and Jeffrey Gold, to present you with your talit.
Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lihitate bat tzitzi.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, eternal soul of the universe, who makes us holy through the mitzvot and commands us in the wearing of the fringes on the corners of our garment. Careful. Thank you. You can go back over to your seat. All right. There you go. We continue now as we give thanks for all of our blessings on page 186, Modeh Moda Ani. Moda Ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shehechazotam b'nishmati bechem lam, bechem lam, rabba emunatecha, rabba emunatecha, moda ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shehechazotam
b'nishmati mechem la, bechem la, rabba emunatecha, rabba emunatecha.
We continue now on page 224, Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadal v'yitgadal shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alma divrach cheruteh v'yamlich malchuteh b'chayeichonu v'yomeichonu v'chayei kol beit Yisrael b'hagala u'v'zman kariv v'meru. Amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach, Le'olam u'lam le'amayam, Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipahar v'yitromam v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudsham
B'richu.
B'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush birchata v'nechemata damiran v'alema v'yimeru.
Amen. So we rise now for Baruch Hu, our call to worship, page 226.
Ya
La 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 ya la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Adonai, HaMevorach, HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uvorei choshech oseh shalom uvorei et hakol hameir la'aretz uveladarim alecha barachamim uvtuvo mechadesh bechol yom tamid ma'aseh bereshit maravu ma'asecha Adonai Kulam bechokma asita. Mala haaretz kinyanecha. Tit barach Adonai Eloheinu al shavach maaseh yadecha. Ya'al me'ore or sha'asita yafa'arucha sela.
Or Chadash ad Sion Tahir, Or Chadash ad Sion Tahir, Or Chadash ad Sion Tahir, Or Chadash ad Sion Tahir. V'nizke kulanu b'meiram le'oro. V'nizke kulanu b'meiram le'oro.
Or Chadash al Sion Tahir, Or Chadash al Sion Tahir.
Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMe'orot. Please join me on page 231. Once or twice in a lifetime, a man or woman may choose a radical leaving, having heard, Lech Lecha, go forth. God disturbs us towards our destiny by hard events. And by freedom's now urgent voice, which explode and confirm who we are, we don't like leaving, but God loves becoming. Baruch atah Adonai, haboher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated, and we continue chanting together the Ve'ahavta on page 234. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinanta al levanecha v'dibartam bam v'shivtecha b'techa uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shoklecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uv'ksavtam al mezuzot b'techa uvisharecha leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Le'ot lahem Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem. We continue on page 240, singing Mi Havocha.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Kamocha ba'elim Adonai, kamocha neda b'kodesh, Torah tehilot oseh felech, Torah tehilot oseh felech. Shira chadasha shiberchu gevulim, V'shimcha al sifat hayam, Yachad kulam ohudu v'himlichu v'amelu. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'en. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'en. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Sur Yisrael kuma be'ezrat Yisrael ufedechin umecha Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go aleinu Adonai tzivahot shemo Kadosh Yisrael. Baruch ata Adonai Ga'a Yisrael.
Amen.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Gula Livnei B'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo v'Ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol ata rav le'hoshia, Morid hatal, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Michamocha b'gevurot umidom henach. Melech memit umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua. V'neheman ata l'chayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, kakatuv yad neviecha, v'kara ze'er ze ve'amar.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevahot, Meloch ol haaretz, kevodo.
Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, Mahadir Shimcha, V'chol haaretz.
Baruch kevod Adonai Mimkomo.
Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu hu malkeinu, hu moshienu vehu yashmienu, berachamav lehenei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem,
Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Sion, ledor vador. Hallelujah.
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We join together at the bottom of page 250 as we sing Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We continue on page 253. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories, glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Baruch atah Adonai mechadesh haShabbat. We continue on page 254. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amecha Yisrael, u'tefilatam be'ahava tekabel, u'tehi l'ratzon tamid, avodat Yisrael amecha. El korov leho korav, penei al avodecha v'honenu shefoch ruchacha alenu, v'techazena einenu, b'shuvecha litzion barachamim. Baruch atah Adonai Hamahazir Shehinato Litzion. Please join me on page 256.
מודים אנחנו לך שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו לעולם ועד. צור חיינו
continue on page 258.
Sim shalom, tova uvracha, hein v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, amecha. Maheinu yotzreinu kulanu ke'echad, be'or panecha, ki be'or panecha natzata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Sim shalom, sim shalom, tova uvracha, ve'in v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, amecha. Torah chaim ve'ahavat chesed, ve'ahavat chesed, u'tzedaka u'bracha ve'rachamim, ve'chayim le'shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, tova uvracha, hein v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, amecha. V'tov me'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שים שלום, שים שלום, טובה וברכה, hein v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael, amecha. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
Amen. We continue in silent meditation.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי וגואלי. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Begoali. Yihiu liratzon, imrei fi, behagion libi lefanecha. Yihiu liratzon, imrei fi, behagion libi lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali.
We now continue with Seder Kriyat HaTorah, our service for reading of Torah. And so on this Shabbat, we are at Nitzavim Vayelech. We are just coming to the end of our Torah, toward the end of the book of Devarim, of Deuteronomy. And how wonderful today to be able to share these amazing words together of Torah and to study and to learn from them. But most importantly today, we learn from our bar mitzvah. So this isn't an event. A bar mitzvah is not an event. A bar mitzvah is a person. Jules, you are a bar mitzvah today. You are a son of the commandments. And as such, you have taken on the responsibility of not just leading us through our Shabbat morning worship, but also leading us in our study of Torah. And so after we've read and chanted from our Torah scroll, and also you're going to share with us some Haftarah, then you're going to be teaching us today about what this wonderful parasha, Nitzavim Vayelech, means for us, and means especially for you. Because Torah is an Eitz Chaim, it's a tree of life. And therefore, trees, we hope, are always living and growing and changing. And so, too, Torah, while it remains exactly the same, the words on the parchment are exactly the same words, the same letters, and so forth. What is different about Torah is how we interpret its words, how we take these lessons to heart, and we make them relevant in our lives today. There was a different relevance when the Second Temple in Jerusalem stood. There was a different relevance of Torah and how it was interpreted in Kafar Baram in the time of the Mishnah, when the Mishnah was written down, the oral tradition, and then leading to the Talmud. There was a total different interpretation and understanding of Torah as we go throughout history, as we see the history just right here on our wall next to us, from Egypt to Prague, to Germany, to Florence, Italy, to St. Petersburg, to including the shores of America. How we read Torah and find meaning in our lives today is a very important question, and especially as we are entering into our High Holiday season. Tonight we mark Slichot, the beginning of our High Holidays. It's the time when we open up the gates and we say, dear God, allow us to reflect on our lives as to what they have been over this past year and what our goals are for this coming year. That we should remember that nothing is too great for us. It takes hard work, which, Jules, you have worked very hard for today. You have worked very hard to reach this moment. And there were times where, yes, you wrestled with this. And you know what? I'm proud of you for that. Because if we don't wrestle, if we don't challenge ourselves, if we don't have that struggle of climbing that mountain, then we don't find the deeper meaning. And you, my friend, you have. So we look forward to you sharing and being our teacher of Torah in just a moment. As I invite everyone to turn, please, to page 362 as we begin our Torah service.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kimasecha, malchutecha malchut kol amim, u'memshaltecha b'chol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai himloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai ozlamo yitein, Adonai varech et amo v'shalom.
It is my honor to call forward, as we will be passing Torah from generation to generation, to stand here in front of our bima, Ira and Marilyn Barnett, Jeffrey and Maxine Gold, Andrew and Evelyn Gold, our parents, and finally Jules, if you will come join them right over here. Moreya, you're going to be helping us by holding our Torah cover along with Aaron Korogotsky. There we go, I got it. So, and Aaron, you can go ahead and you can sit down right. You can actually stay where you are, and then I'll bring because it's going to be a little bit before you get it. So, perfect. So I know where you are. Perfect. Thank you so much. So you will be our Torah cover holder. And I'd like to invite forward, because Aaron, actually, you are going to come up anyway, for opening our Ark doors, Aaron Korogotsky, Brooke Baggio, Greg Silver and Meredith Silver, if you all will come forward to open up our Ark doors. And we invite everyone to please rise as we continue in the middle of page 362.
Heitiv avitzoncha et Zion, Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Ki v'chol levad batachnu, Melech Ram v'nisa Adon olamim.
Page 364, Ki Mitzion.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Udivar Adonai mirushalayim.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366.
Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai Yitzir, Uneromim Shemo Yachtav.
Torah is truly a precious gift. It has been a part of our lives for generations and generations, and it has been passed on from each generation to the next. This Torah scroll, especially that we pass on, is over 275 years old. This Torah scroll was saved from the Holocaust, Czechoslovakia, where hundreds of Torah scrolls were found after the Holocaust and rescued and then distributed to congregations like ourselves to hold on to these precious scrolls, to remember our past, our tragic past, but to also remember that, yes, while the Nazis tried to defeat us and tried to wipe us out, that they couldn't, and they won't, nor will anybody ever be able to. This Torah scroll is that living testimony, just as each of you are. Each of you are teachers and learners of Torah. You have held this Torah in your arms. You have embraced it. It has always been a part of you. You have chosen to learn from it, to grow with it, to accept this wonderful gift that was passed on to you. And today, we pass this on, Evelyn, to you as you hold this in your arms, and Andrew, as you too accept this wonderful mitzvah, both of you, bringing your son to Torah as a bar mitzvah. So Jules, which side? This one? All right. We give you this. This Torah belongs to you as it belongs to all of us. May its weight always keep you rooted in who you are and in your tradition. But may it always lift you up and inspire you as we get to now walk in the light of Torah.
Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz lecha Adonai הממלכה והמתנשא לכל ראש. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
Borrow you. Here you go. All right. Perfect. Awesome. And then I'm going to give you the Torah binder. Thank you very much. And then you and Maria can hang it with that. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you all so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, please be seated. The Torah is at rest, and you too may be at rest. There we go. So, actually, so, as I mentioned earlier, we are in Parashat Nitzavim Vayelech, and as you can see, we are at the end almost of our Torah. However, we know that we never truly end reading of Torah and studying Torah and Simchat Torah. In a few weeks, I look forward to Simchat Torah. So it's going to be coming up very shortly. You know, we go ahead, we read the last few words of Torah, and then we start it all over immediately as a great reminder that Torah always continues. We're always learning. We're always growing from it. So, Cantor, if you will help us begin with our reading of Torah.
For our first aliyah, chanting the blessing, Judith Arato, Yehudit Miriam bat Yonatan, Peter Arato, Gavriel ben Yaakov, Thomas Arato, Tayom David ben Gavriel the Yehudit, and Jessica Arato, Edis bat Yaakov v'Fega Rivka. Reading from Torah will be Rabbi Cohen, and reading the English translation, Boris Piskin, Baruch ben Michael Virita.
Yes, it is.
Ya'amdu l'aliyah harishona.
Mordechai ben Yonatan.
Ya'amod Mordechai ben Yonatan.
All right, so you have your tzitzit. Go ahead and if you would take your tzitzit, touch it to the first word, atem. Beautiful. Thank you very much. And those of you, if anybody else wants a blessing back here? Sure. There you go. Perfect. Go ahead.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Amen. אתם ניצבים היום כולכם לפני אדוני אלוהיכם, ראשיכם, שבטיכם, זקניכם, ושוטריכם, כל איש ישראל, טפכם, נשיכם, וגרך אשר בקרב מחנך, מחוטב עצך עד שואב ממך, לעוברך בברית אדוני אלוהיך, ובעלתו אשר אדוני אלוהיך, קוראת עמך היום, למען הקים אותך היום לא לעם, והוא יהיה לך לאלוהים, כאשר דיבר לך, וכאשר נשבע לאבותיך, לאברהם, ליצחק ויעקב, ולא אתכם לבדכם אנוכי קוראת את הברית הזאת, ואת העולה הזאת, כי את אשר ישנו פה עמנו עומד היום לפני אדוני אלוהינו, ואת אשר איננו פה עמנו היום.
You stand this day, all of you.
No, you can be up higher. It's okay. This works. Hi.
You stand this day, all of you, before Adonai, your God, your tribal heads, your elders, and your officials, all the men of Israel, your children, your wives, and even the stranger within your camp, from the wood chopper to the water drawer, to enter into the covenant of Adonai, your God, which Adonai, your God, makes with you this day, with its sanctions, to the end of God may establish, to end that God may establish you today as God's people and be your God. As God promised you, and as God swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Not with you alone will I make this covenant with its sanctions, but both with those standing here with us this day before Adonai our God, and with those who are not here with us this day.
Great, thank you. If you want to take your tzitzit again, right here for the last word. Imanu Hayom. Thank you. Okay. No, go do the blessing. Bless first. Then you can leave.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you. Yes, now you can leave. Thank you.
For our second aliyah, chanting the blessing, Charles Hirsch, Heskel ben Gedalia, and Vera Hirsch, Rivka Brina, Bat Basia. Reading the English translation, Anna Stangrud and Irina Krendel. Ya'amdu l'aliyah hashenit.
All right, so if you will take your tzitzit, sir. Hang on.
Baruch et Adonai Hamarach Hamarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher barha banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'haya ki yavo alecha
כל הדברים האלה, הברכה והקללה, אשר נתתי לפניך, והשב אותה אל לבביך, בכל הגויים, אשר הדיחך, אדוני אלוהיך שמה. ושבת אדוני אלוהיך, ושמעת בקולו, ככל אשר אנוכי מצווך היום, אתה ובניך, בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך. ושב אדוני אלוהיך את שבותך וריחמך, ושב וקיבצך מכל העמים אשר הפיצך אדוני אלוהיך שמה. אם יהיה נידחך בקצה השמיים, משם יקבצך אדוני אלוהיך, ומשם ייקחך. והביאך אדוני אלוהיך אל הארץ אשר ירשו אבותיך וירשת, והיטיבך והרבך מאבותיך.
When all these things have befallen you, the blessing and the curse which I have set before you, and you take them to heart amidst all the nations to which Adonai your God has driven you, and you return to Adonai your God, and you and your children heed God's command with all your heart and soul, then Adonai your God will redeem you from captivity and have compassion upon you, will bring you together again from among all this nation where Adonai your God has scattered you. Even if you outcast have been driven to the ends of the world, even from where Adonai God will gather you, and from there will God fetch you. Your Adonai, your God, will bring you to the land which your fathers possessed, and you too shall possess it. And God will make you prosper and make you more numerous than your ancestors.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam notah b'toheinu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. For our third aliyah, chanting the blessing, Andrew Gold, Avraham ben Yaakov Uminde, and Evelyn Gold, Tova bat Bernard Vijujana. Reading the English translation, Barry Cohn, Baruch ben Lazer Miriam, and Patsy Cohn, Penina bat Sasha Virachel. Ya'amdu l'aliyah hashlishit.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Ki hamitzvah hazot asher anochi mitzavecha hayom lo nifleti mimecha velo rechoka hi lo vashamayim hi lemor mi ya'ale lanu hashamayma v'yikacheha lanu vayashmi'enu ota v'na'asena ולא מעבר לים היא לאמור, מי יעבור לנו אל עבר הים, ויקחיה לנו, וישמיענו אותה, ונעשנה. כי קרוב אליך הדבר מאוד, בפיך ובלבבך לעשותו.
Surely this Torah, which I enjoin upon you today, is not too baffling for you, nor is it beyond your reach. It is not in the heavens that you would say, who among us can go up to the heavens and get it for us and impart it to us, so that we may observe it? Neither is it beyond the sea that you should say, who among us can cross to the other side of the sea and get it for us and impart it to us, so that we may observe it? No, it is very close to you. It is in your mouth and in your heart to observe it.
That's our last word.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. You guys can say right here. Ya'amod habachur habar mitzvah lior ben Avraham v'tova laliyah haTorah. First word with the CC.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Higadati lachem hayom ki avod tovedun lo tarihun yamim al ha'adama asher ata over et hayarden la'avo shama lerishta ha'idoti vachem hayom et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz ha'chayim ve'hamavet natati lifanecha habracha ve'hakilala uveharta b'chayim lema'an tihiech ata v'zarecha la'ashel la'ahava Adonai Elohecha lishamoach bekolo uldov kavo ki hu hayeha ve'orech yamecha lashevet al ha'adama asher nishba Adonai la'avotecha la'avraham la'itzhak u'Yaakov lateit lachem. I declare to you this day that you shall certainly perish. You shall not long endure on the soil that you are crossing to the Jordan, to enter and possess. I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day. I have put before you life and death, blessing and curse. Choose life if you and your offspring would live, by loving the eternal, your God, heeding God's commandments, and holding fast to God. For thereby you shall long endure upon the soil that the Eternal swore your fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to give to them. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hayei olam nota b'toheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach, mazel tov. There you go, good job there. There you are, perfect. Aaron, I'm just going to take the binder because then I'm going to bring the Torah cover down. I'm going to bring the Torah down in a second, and Maria will help us dress it. And I'm going to mazel tov to you guys. Mwah. Mazel tov. Mwah. I'm going to let you two go back down there. Jules, you're going to take a step back, and we're going to invite forward Greg Silver to come on up, and you're going to go to the middle seat on that side. We'll be with you in just a moment, and actually before we lift cantor, if you don't mind, we're going to just offer a Misha Berach at this time for those who are in need of healing, both those in our own lives of our family and our friends, as well as those within our world who are in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. I invite you to think about all of those in our lives and our world at this time. Mi sheberach avotenu v'imotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. Hu yivarech et hacholim, hakadosh baruch hu yimaleh rachamim alehem. V'hachilimam u'rapotam v'chazikam. Yishlach lehem mehera, refuah shlema min hashamayim, refuat hanefesh u'refuat haguf. Hashta bagala uvizman kariv, nomar amen. May God swiftly send all of those who are in need of healing, complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. As I invite you to please rise as we give honor to the Torah.
וזאת התורה ששם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. ילה לה 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 ילה לה 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 ילה לה 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 ילה לה לה Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
All right, kiddo.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
The Haftorah for Parshat Nitzavim is Isaiah chapter 61, verse 10, chapter 62, verse 7. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam asher bachar binviim tovim veratzav v'divrehem hane'emarim ba'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher v'torah uv Moshe avdo uv Yisrael amo uvinvie ha'emet v'tzedek. Sos asis b'Adonai tagel nafshi belochai ki Shani Bigde Yesha Me'io Sedaka Ye'atani Kehatan Yechachein Pe'er Uchachala Tadehelecha. I greatly rejoice in Adonai. My whole being exalts in my God. For he has clothed me with garments of triumph, wrapped me in a robe of victory like a bridegroom adorned with a turban, like a bride bedecked with her finery. For as the earth brings forth her growth, and a garden makes the seed shoot up, so Adonai God will make victory and renown shoot up in the presence of all nations. For the sake of Zion I will not be silent. For the sake of Jerusalem I will not be still, till her victory emerge resplendent, and her triumph like a flaming torch. Nations shall see your victory, and every king your majesty. And you shall be called by a new name which Adonai shall bestow. You shall be a glorious crown in the hand of Adonai, and a royal diadem in the palm of your God. Nevermore shall you be called forsaken, nor shall your land be called desolate. But you shall be called, I delight in her, and your land espoused, for Adonai takes delight in you. And your land shall be espoused, as a youth espouses a maiden. Your sons shall espouse you, and as a bridegroom rejoices over his bride, so will your God rejoice over you. Upon your walls, O Jerusalem, I have set watchmen, who shall never be silent by day or by night. O you Adonai's remembrancers, take no rest and give no rest to God, until God establish Jerusalem and make her renowned on earth. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam, surchal Sadiq bechol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh ha'midaber u'metkayem shekol divarav emet tzedek al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'invi'im ve'al ha'yom ha'shabbat hazeh. Shana talanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnu ha lechavod u'tikfaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach u'mevarchim otach yitbarach shimcha befi kol ha'tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai mechadesh ha'shabbat.
Amen. Yasher Koach. As we now go ahead and we turn and returning our Torah to the Ark, we turn now to page 374, and we invite everyone to please rise.
Hodohu al haaretz v'shamayim v'yarem keren le'amo tehila lechol chasidav libnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ki lekach tov v'natati lachem torati atazovu. Et chaim hi lamachazikim ma v'tomheha meushar deracheha darchenom v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashiveu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu, Chadesh Yameinu kikedem.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming today. And I appreciate all of you for sharing this special day with me. Today I would like to talk about this week's Torah portion. And it starts off with Moses telling all the Israelites, it's not only them that are following the covenant, but all Jews for all time. Moses says it is not impossible to follow the commandments. Moses tells the Israelites to love their God in order to reach prosperity. God encourages the Israelites to practice and carry out the commandments, leaving the door open for mistakes. Even though they will be punished for their wrongdoings, there's a chance for repentance. God wants us to improve, to right our wrongs, to make teshuvah. Rabbi Steinsaltz says, the space between believing and living may or not be conquerable, but the denial to try to span it is truly a sin. Rabbi Steinsaltz teaches us that this week's Torah portion reminds us of the importance of Heshbon HaNefesh, taking stock of one's soul, or an inner accounting of oneself. We are reminded that there is a gap in our lives between who we are at this moment and who we really want to be in the future. For example, my dad has taught me many things I can use that will help me become the best I can be in the future. My dad has taught me how to stand up for myself and to discover what I believe in. He shows me how I can improve, for example. He helps me with my schoolwork, and he has taught me the importance of writing 3 or 4 drafts before a final paper. And lastly, he teaches me good work ethic by waking up every morning to go to his job so he could support our family. Fast forward to the future. Moses is 120 years old and is no longer able to lead the Israelites to the land of Israel. He calls to Joshua to become a new leader. Moses stands before the Israelites and reminds them that the people need to follow God without succumbing to other gods and their temptations. God will provide protection, prosperity, and power of restoring them if they open their hearts to the commandments and observe them. Not soon after, Moses is told by God that he is going to die. He is told to go to the tent of meeting with Joshua. Moses needs to pass on his leadership and therefore chooses Joshua to take his place. Moses chooses Joshua because he studies the Torah and puts it into practice. Joshua has a willingness to work hard and serves as an apprentice to Moses. Joshua honors Moses by protecting him from harm and helping him clean and arrange his room where Moses teaches his students. Joshua is also chosen because of his demonstrated commitment to Moses and his loyalty to the Israelites. Joshua collaborated for years with Moses, and Moses felt that Joshua had confidence, determination, and courage. My mom has influenced me to become a better leader. My mom likes to share stories, and there's usually a lesson to go along with these stories. She shares her experiences of the past and imparts ways I can learn important things like respect, independence, and kindness. She helps me acknowledge my wrongdoings, which has made me a better, smarter, and more responsible person. Another major subject that is relatable to this week's Torah portion is learning about the Jewish community around you. I had the great opportunity to visit Israel for my first time earlier this summer. I got to visit many different cities and places. In Jerusalem, we went to the Western Wall. The Western Wall is one of the holiest places for Jews because it was the foundation of where the temple once stood. We also visited the Ayalon Institute. We learned about this underground secret pool factory that was a huge part of the Haganah, the core of the Israel Defense Forces during the time of the Israel Independence War in 1948. These brave men and women came together in secrecy, hiding themselves, telling the British they had a laundry service. They were able to transport big machines underground and covered up the noises by machines having the openings covered by a 10-ton oven and a large washing machine. The time I spent in Israel was part of a B'nai Mitzvah trip, during which I had the chance to meet other Jewish boys and girls who lived all over the U.S. in different communities. I got to know them and learn about their families and traditions. Together, we all celebrated becoming bar and bat mitzvah on top of Masada. That experience, along with this one today, is a great honor. Although this was a challenging experience to become a bar mitzvah, I feel that I have accomplished many things. I've accomplished this honor of leading a Shabbat service and being called up to read from the Torah, and I'm carrying on a tradition that has been running through the Jewish community for over 1,000 years. One of the responsibilities of becoming a bar mitzvah is to do a community service or a mitzvah project. I've decided for my mitzvah project to help the children at Chalk. Our family has found amazing doctors, surgeons, nurses, clinic, and hospital staff at Chalk. They have made an amazing difference in our family's lives. I would like to help by donating a portion of my monetary gifts I received to Chalk. Chalk has been helping to protect the health and well-being of children in Southern California. These donations will help provide families with care during the most challenging times, by providing the highest level of care not to only parents but to their siblings, parents, and extended family. Finally, I have many people who I would like to thank for helping me get here today. First, I'd like to thank my mom and dad for always being there for me, even when times got tough. They have always been my number one supporters, and I know that with my mom's strength and my dad's intelligence, I'm learning from the best. Second, I would like to thank my grandma Marilyn and my grandpa Ira. Ever since my sister and I were born, my grandparents decided to move. First, they moved from Chicago to San Francisco, then to the San Fernando Valley, and finally to Yorba Linda. They sacrificed their lives, their friends, and their life in Chicago so they could live close to us. I'm so lucky that I have them living within 5 miles of my home. I share wonderful overnights with them, and I can count on them to be there. Grandpa Ira has taught me how to put on a talit, how to put on tefillin, and all the prayers. They also invited me on the past amazing Israel trip we took this summer. I would also like to thank my grandpa Jeff, my grandma Max, my uncle Greg, and my aunts Erin, Meredith, and Brooke. I have amazing cousins Vera and Charles, Anna, and Misha. Thank you all to my cousins that traveled far to be here. Thank you all for taking the journey out here from Calgary, Toronto, and Brazil. And to my great uncle Barry and my aunt Patsy from Cincinnati. Lastly, I want to thank Cantor David Reinwald and Rabbi Heidi for helping me through all the prayers into our portions. Cantor, we had fun sessions together, and you were very gracious in answering all my questions, especially those unrelated to Hebrew. Thank you, Rabbi Heidi, for helping me get through in writing my speech. And thank you, Mr. Carl Benjoff, for teaching me the essentials of Hebrew, along with telling me your corny jokes. Thank you all again for being here today. Shabbat Shalom.
You did such a great job leading services this morning. I am so pleased to be standing here, having witnessed your bar mitzvah accomplishment. Well done. We are also very proud of the young man you are, and you should be very proud. Thank you for continuing this Jewish tradition in our family. Thank you all so very much for being here to share this special day with us. It is wonderful to see your loving faces. We are very grateful for your travels, both near and far. I want to express some of my hopes and blessings for you, Jules, on this joyous occasion and moving forward. I hope you continue to be a source of pride and happiness to your family, friends, and the community. I wish for you to continue to be true to yourself as you have done in the past. I hope that you keep impressing yourself. I hope you do and try all the many things that interest you. Take on those things that will be challenging and difficult. Continue to impress yourself by completing those challenges, and your confidence will continue to soar. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars like you break the mold. My blessings for you are that you live a long, happy life with much love and purpose. To always appreciate your life and the beauty that surrounds it. Always remember how much you are loved and never forget who love and loved you. We all have had amazing role models, and I'm sure you want to remember your Grandpa Bernie and your Grandma Susie and your great-grandma Marion. They would have all loved to have been here with us today if it had been their choice. In their honor and memory, we would like to dedicate the flower arrangement on the bima to them. I wanted to also say how grateful we are to be a part of Temple Beth Shalom. Rabbi Heidi, thank you for your compassion, your wisdom, and for holding our family. Cantor Reinwald, thank you for your teaching and your wonderfully fun personality. You made bar mitzvah practice fun. And Marla Vader, thank you for taking all of my phone calls, my many, many phone calls. And to the entire clergy and staff here, we are very thankful that you have made our family feel so at home here. Again, I am so happy for you. I love you in all ways, always and forever.
So sweet. So, Jules, lots of parents use this moment to list their child's many accomplishments. And to save you from embarrassment, I'm not going to do that. And also because really, I don't have any specific ambitions for you. I'm not going to really try to plot your course in life. You have so many gifts, you came loaded. You could do anything. And I want to tell you that it's not so important to set the world on fire, but to kindle love in people's hearts and be a force for what is good in the world. Jules, I wish you an extraordinary life, one filled with everyday miracles of love, friendship, children, many children, useful work, and especially a sense and awareness of how precious it all is. You have been a wonderful son and a wonderful brother to your sister Morea, and I know you will be a great man, a great husband, a great father, and a great friend. And we are so happy to have a front row seat to it all, and I'm so grateful to be your father. I love you.
So, Jules, you mentioned in your Devar Torah about, I'll just grab this here. You mentioned in your Devar Torah about how you went to Israel and had that amazing experience of sharing and becoming bar mitzvah yourself, and along with other young men and women, becoming bar and bat mitzvah and matzara. I am so grateful that you are standing here as well. Because you stand here, we all couldn't travel with you. Mom wasn't going to bring us all with. We tried. Totally tried. We all wanted to go. But we were with you in spirit, definitely. But we are very, very grateful that you are standing here on this bima, your home bima, to be able to share this moment with all of us, with your classmates, both from here at Temple Beth Sholom. Look, they're right there. They're taking notes, along with all of your friends from TVT, from camp, from all different places in your life. But most importantly, with here too, in your congregational home. So with that, it is my honor to call forward to make some presentations on behalf of our congregation, on behalf of the board of directors, the president of our congregation. Hey, you scored. Jack Holmes, along with for representing Sisterhood, Sarah Schweitz, and our Brotherhood, Mark Borave. If they will come up and join us here. And as they are, on behalf of our wonderful TBS youth here too, they are giving to you a Havdalah candle because, at the end of Shabbat, we do Havdalah where we separate between Shabbat and the rest of the week. And just as you opened Shabbat last night with the candle blessings and Kiddush, so too do we end Shabbat with light. So may you use this with great health and with strength, and always remembering your amazing friends here at TBS. So, Sarah.
Hi, Jules. Congratulations and mazel tov for a wonderful, wonderful presentation today. Today is a big day for you, right? It's the climax of your of your Jewish education, but it is also a great day for your family and all of your friends, your Temple Beth Shalom family. We are very, very proud of you. We're proud of you that you accomplished this, and you did such a wonderful job. So I would like to tell you that every time I stand up here to make a presentation on behalf of sisterhood, I feel very moved. I really do feel very moved. And I would like to see your handsome face here after the bar mitzvah. I hope you continue your Jewish education. I hope you become, you go to confirmation if you can. And I'm sure you will, because you're endowed with intelligence and determination and good looks. And so you're going to do it. You're going to do it. Very good job.
She has a grandchild of about your age, but let you know that.
And also with a big heart. I was very, very moved that you are going to make a donation to CHOC. Well, this is a wonderful thing to help with their wonderful job that they do. We're very fortunate to have a hospital like that here in our community. And I've been in the medical field for many, many years, my husband and I know that we need people like you to do that. So, on behalf of Sisterhood, what would a day be without any presents? You're going to get this Kiddush cup to enjoy now and in the future, all right? And my wish for you for today is this, that may you have abundant good health, happiness, prosperity, and shalom in the years to come, so you can accomplish all of your ambitions, all of your dreams. Mazel tov. Yeah.
Well, I talked to one of your family members, and she said, make it short, not shall. But first of all, I found out that you loved soccer and guitars, just like my son. I know that you did an amazing job, and as an ex-soccer coach and referee, I know one thing: if I needed someone to do a penalty kick, you were so cool under pressure. I would definitely pick you. And another thing, I'd like to thank you for not inviting me to Israel to do Masada, because Brotherhood's budget would not allow me to do that. So I thank you so much. So from Brotherhood, we give you a tzedakah box, which is really appropriate after hearing your speech. Here's a great time to start collecting that money to give back to CHOC. And you can start with your father and your mother and your grandmother, who told me to make it short. So once again, mazel tov, and job well done.
Shabbat Sholom, everybody. One of the greatest joys in temple life is the bar and bat mitzvah. It's really inspiring. Our congregation is blessed to have so many wonderful young people, and you are one of them. Mazel tov to you and the entire Gold family. I know today is special for you. Yashar Kawaki did a wonderful job leading our service today. I told you last night I was looking forward to it, and you did not disappoint. Thank you so much. You've been presented with a Kiddush cup, tzedakah box, your Sidurim, and on behalf of the cantor and the rabbi, you were given a tree in Israel. I know you're going to get back there someday and visit it. And when you do, I want you to reflect on the symbolism of the tree, its growth, your growth, and maturation through life. I know you're going to be here for confirmation in 3 years, so forget what Sarah said about hoping. I know you're going to be here, and I can't wait to hear all the wonderful and amazing things that you've done in that period of time. Unless, of course, you'd like to do another bar mitzvah. 3's the charm. We can get it on the books, right? We can get it on the books if you want. Anyway, on behalf of the board of directors, mazel tov to you. Thank you.
So, Jules, there are going to be many moments for blessing, and throughout the day, I hope that everyone will take a moment to offer you their blessings and their hopes and their dreams for you. But at this time, I'd like to invite you to join me and Cantor Reinwald, along with your parents, up at the Ark as we get to bestow upon you our final blessings. Please rise. Cool. So, here we stand before the Torahs, in front of our ark. Underneath the Ner Tamid, the eternal light, always reminding us of God's presence. And in this parasha, Nitzavim Vayelech, there were moments in which we wonder, is God going to hide God's self from us? It's like that game of hide and go seek. I don't know if you were ever one who you would go hide, and you'd wait, and you'd wait, and you'd wait, hoping that somebody would come and find you, right? Yeah. You know, this happened to many of us and wanting to play hide and go seek, and we hide so well they can't find us. But we hope that they're seeking for us, that they're looking for us. Sometimes in life, we have to really seek God. We have to really look for God. And sometimes God might sit there and go, hey, are they still looking for me? Jules, always look for God. But always know as well that God is always in your heart and in your soul. God is always a part of you. Remember also the words that we read in this week's parasha. It is not up in heaven that we should ask somebody to go up and get it for us, and it is not across the sea that we should ask somebody to go over there and get it for us. No, it's in our heart. It's there. We can get it ourselves. Jules, if you have learned anything through this process, know you can do anything. When you put your mind and your heart to it, you can do anything. You've proven that. But you have to remember that. You have to believe in yourself. Always do. Because you need to know we believe in you. Each and every person in this room. We believe in you. So never hide yourself from us. Always know that God is with you always. And always know that you can and will do anything to make our world a better place because you are in it. As we get to bless you now with words of Torah, words of each generation.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yihuneka.
May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you. And may God always be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Jules, may you always feel God's presence around you, and may God always be there, giving you strength, giving you good health, giving you a life that is filled with the most precious gift of all, and that is the gift of shalom, of peace. Kein yehi ratzon, may this be God's will. Amen.
Amen.
We conclude our service now as we turn once again in our prayer books. Aleinu Leshabeach, page 586.
Aleinu Leshabeach Adon HaKol, Latek Adonai Yotzer Bereshit, Shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, V'lo samanu k'mishpachot Adama, Shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, V'goralenu k'chol hamonam, V'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Page 591.
V'nema v'haya Adonai lemelech kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
We remain standing as our thoughts now turn to those who are no longer with us. Come, you can join us right down here As we remember those who have recently departed from our community, Miles Farson, Michael Tesler, and Sid Jacobs. We also remember those whose yard sites we recall on this Shabbat and during this coming week. Lillian Adler, Herb Allen, Faye Barron, Herman Bielsker, Joseph M. Blum, Robin Buxton, David Borove, Flora Brody, Sadie Brussel, Albert Cohan, Lyle Dickey, Hortense Eckhaus, June Fliegler, Maxine Foster, Cora Gary, Abraham F. Granis, Thomas Helt, Eugene Horwitz, Jack Kavanaugh, Margaret Klatzker, Richard Lawrence Knopf, Marion Post-Crone, Harry Maislish, Florence Maisie, Robert T. Menaker, Pearl Misbin, Florence Perlman, Al Pollack, Ruth Singer, Bert B. Erdank, Peter Walensevich, Carl B. Weinger, and Selma Wolf, along with family and friends of our Gold family. We remember them as well, and we hold them in our hearts. If there is anyone here who's in the period of mourning of Shiva, Shloshim, or Shana, or is observing a yard site of a loved one whose name I have not called, as I face in your direction, I invite you, please, share their names from your seat. For all of them and for all those who have given their lives al Kiddush Hashem for the sanctification of God's holy name, and for all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we join together on page 598, Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yit Kadal Vit Kadash Shemei Rabba, Be'alma Divrach Yurtei V'yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabba Mavarach Le'elam L'omei Maya, Yitvarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei D'Kudasha B'richu, Le'elam Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Da'amiram Bi'alma V'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'imromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved, and let us say together, Amen. In a moment, we're going to close with our closing song. Here, I'll take that for you. There you go. And then after our closing song, we're going to invite everyone to join us in the living room to your left for Kiddush and Motzi in honor of Jules becoming a bar mitzvah. There will be little cups of grape juice. Please take one. However, do please leave a few cups up there for us as well, so we can join with you in our Kiddush. And in the meantime, put your arms around somebody next to you as we get to join together in Osei Shalom.
Osei Shalom b'imromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'hakol Yisrael, ve'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'hakol Yisrael. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yakol Yisrael. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yakol Yisrael. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yakol Yisrael. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Mazel tov.
We'll give your grandma a kiss.
Perfect. grandma
Granny
kiss.
kisses.
There you go. Then come right back up here. There we go.